Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunnavadi Paschattantratarine Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Yeah, so my 37th sannyas anniversary. 37 years ago in Vrindavan, Srila Prabhupada gave me sannyas. It all happened very suddenly. I was serving Srila Prabhupada, and one day I got to know that Prabhupada was thinking of giving me sannyas. And I just took it on my stride. But then I got to know that there is some objections from some corners. Like they were thinking that I was too new in the movement. Actually, I had practically been a few months in the movement. And those days in ISKCON, sannyas meant a big thing. Those days, like sannyas order was, thank you. Sannyas order was a very big position in ISKCON. Like the senior most devotees, when Prabhupada thought that they were qualified, Prabhupada used to give them sannyas. And so the feeling was that I was too new for that, too new in the movement for that. I got to know about it and I was not bothered about it. Like, okay, if there's an objection, there's an objection. And I don't know what actually happened after that. Those days I used to cook for Srila Prabhupada. So I was cooking for Srila Prabhupada. And in the meantime, a group of senior devotees went to Srila Prabhupada to request him or to tell him not to give me sannyas. But then Tamal Krishna Maharaj and Bhavananda Maharaj just came to the kitchen and they told me that Prabhupada decided to give me sannyas. So when this group of devotees went, later on I heard that Prabhupada actually chastised them. And said a few things about me. Anyway, I don't want to repeat that, And And the sannyas was going to be the day after that or the day 2 days after that. I don't even remember. Like, it was actually the Snan Jatra day. That is, today is the Snan Jatra day. That's why it's an anniversary. And anyway, that's how it happened. Then Prabhupada gave me the name Bhakti Charu Swami. Prior to that, I had the name Khichor Gopinath Das. That was the initiation name that Srila Prabhupada gave. Prior to that, Prabhupada gave me first and second initiation during Mayapur Gopurnima festival. That was in March. So March, April, May. So after about 2.5, 3 months, Prabhupada gave me sannyas. And he gave me the name Bhakti Charu Swami. And afterwards, Tamal Krishna Maharaj actually told me that that's the first time Prabhupada gave Bhakti title to a sannyasi. Like, prior to that, Prabhupada didn't give this Bhakti title to anyone. I was serving Prabhupada with Tamal Krishna. Mainly I'll say Tamal Krishna Maharaj's guidance. Tamal Krishna Maharaj was Prabhupada's secretary, and Prabhupada made me secretary for Indian affairs. So we used to live in the same room, Tamal Krishna Maharaj and I. And Tamal Krishna Maharaj, one day in a kind of joking way, he was telling me, which was actually, he mentioned also in a book that he wrote called Antarlila, Prabhupada Antarlila. It's a drama. In that book, he wrote that he also told me that I was like a demigod, because the demigods, they right after their birth, they develop their maturity. He said that my situation was like that, first, second, sannyas in such a short time, becoming proper secretary, and those days only GBCs used to be proper secretary, and or the other way around, also proper secretaries used to become GBCs. Anyway, that's how it all happened. Prior to that, Prabhupada also told me, one day I was sitting with Srila Prabhupada. You see, I used to reply Prabhupada's letters, and Prabhupada, I used to read out the letters. Prabhupada used to dictate the points, and then I used to compile the letter, and then take them to Srila Prabhupada, read them out. Prabhupada used to make the correction, and then I used to write it on Prabhupada's letterhead, and Prabhupada used to sign. So one day I brought Prabhupada's letters to be signed. Prabhupada was having his oil massage at that time. So Prabhupada signed the letters, I took the dictations and all, and Prabhupada was having the massage. So I just kept on sitting there, thinking, be there as long as I can. And then Prabhupada just started to speak to me. He told me that just offer this life to Krishna. For so many lifetimes, you have been trying to enjoy, and you can see that you are still not satisfied. So just offer this life to Krishna. And then Prabhupada kept on explaining that how this material nature is a prison house of sex desire. Normally in a prison, one is tied down with chains. But in this material nature, the living entities are tied down with sex desire. Therefore, to become free from this material bondage, or to become free from this prison house, one has to become free from sex desire. And then he explained elaborately what is this sex desire is. And in this way Prabhupada very extensively spoke, and then finally Prabhupada told, just offer this life to Krishna and see what happens. If nothing happens, what's the loss? It's just one life out of so many. So why not just try, see, offer it to Krishna and see what happens. So in this way, Prabhupada kind of indicated, and so when I heard that Prabhupada wanted to give me sannyas, I felt it was kind of natural, because Prabhupada already gave me enough indication that he wanted me to, become free from material bondage. So in this way I had various occasions to feel that, that Prabhupada was intending to, give me sannyas. Then that afternoon, you see, I was cooking for Srila Prabhupada. Right after the sannyas ceremony, I went to the kitchen to cook for Srila Prabhupada. So my life didn't change, But the ceremony was very nice. Prabhupada did not perform the fire sacrifice. The fire sacrifice was performed by senior sannyasis. And after that, Srila Prabhupada gave me I went to Prabhupada's room, accompanied by all those devotees. And then Prabhupada gave me the danda, sannyas danda, and sannyas name, Bhakti Swami. And then he gave me the sannyas mantra, and he instructed how to chant the mantra. And then the devotees had a kirtan in Prabhupada's room. And that was a very, very ecstatic kirtan. Devotees were dancing. Anyway, so right after that, I went to the kitchen to cook for Srila Prabhupada. So that afternoon, I was sitting with Srila Prabhupada. See, Prabhupada sometimes used to sit up on his bed. Those days, Prabhupada's health was not very good. He was quite sick. He was sitting on the bed and I was sitting on the floor. And Prabhupada told me, so, now you're a sannyasi. Sannyasi means guru. Sannyasi means guru. And so now you can initiate. But as long as the spiritual master is alive, one does not give initiation. That is a formality. So, anyway, that's one thing. And another thing Prabhupada told, I think the next day or so, just, you see, often I used to be with Srila Prabhupada and Prabhupada would just speak to me. And Prabhupada said something very, very, very relevant, very wonderful. Prabhupada said that sannyasi means to be completely free from sex desire. And he said that if he is alone with a woman, alone with the most beautiful woman in an island, still he will not feel agitated. Or he will not feel, agitated by sex desire. So this is how Prabhupada gave the indication, like what sannyas actually meant. Another time I asked Srila Prabhupada that generally sannyas has 4 stages. Kutichak, Bahudhak, Paribrajak and Paramahamsa. So I asked Prabhupada, why don't we follow these 4 stages of sannyas? Then Prabhupada said, our sannyas is for preaching. Our sannyas is just meant for preaching. So, we don't need to follow these different stages because it's just for preaching. I mean, our sannyas is to commit our body, our mind, and our words for spreading Krishna consciousness. So that is what Srila Prabhupada told me, and that's what I'm trying to do since then. And by Prabhupada's mercy, I've been able to maintain that order the last 37 years. Anyway, so this is my sannyas life. And it's all, I see everything as Srila Prabhupada's mercy. As far as qualification is concerned, I have nothing. It's Srila Prabhupada's mercy, that's what I am made of. And in a way I can see that Srila Prabhupada gave me everything. Like, my life actually began after I came to Krishna consciousness. That's how I look at it. The other life was just waste of time. Once I told Prabhupada about that. I was telling Prabhupada, and like I was telling the difficulties, like you see, my mother died when I was very young. I was 8 years old. And since then, life was completely different, like my father lost interest in everything. He was a successful person, but after my mother's death, he lost interest in everything, and I was actually brought up in the house of my aunts. And anyway, and Prabhupada just mentioned that whatever happened, it was Krishna's arrangement to bring you here. It was all Krishna's arrangement. And in a way I can see that, starting from that point, like had my mother not died young, life would have been completely different, and probably it wouldn't have been possible for me to, I didn't have any family life, much of a family life, and anyway, so I feel extremely fortunate that I came to Srila Prabhupada's lotus feet and not only got the shelter but got so much from him. Like as I was telling Dwarkadhish today when we were driving here, like I get to hear devotees, so many devotees. They, Prabhupada's disciples, but didn't get a chance to speak to Srila Prabhupada. They flew all the way from America to India just to have a glimpse of Srila Prabhupada, just to see Srila Prabhupada, especially the last few months, And at that time, I had the opportunity to be with Srila Prabhupada 24 hours a day. And not only that, like every night, one of us used to be with Srila Prabhupada, those who were serving him. And my shift was from 12 to 2. And often Srila Prabhupada couldn't sleep at night. And those nights Prabhupada would just speak. And when I recall those instructions or speeches of Srila Prabhupada, I see that they are such inconceivable spiritual wealth that I received from Srila Prabhupada. Like one night, Srila Prabhupada couldn't sleep. I actually narrated it in one of the Vaspuja offerings, I think 2012 or 2011 Vaspuja offering. You see, I was with Srila Prabhupada, Prabhupada couldn't sleep, and Prabhupada was lamenting that there is so much to be done, and he is so sick. And so I naturally felt, and I told Prabhupada that, Prabhupada, what you have done is inconceivable. No one ever has achieved what you have achieved. So you should not think there's something more to be done. You should just relax. Prabhupada said, no, what I have done is 50%. And the other 50% is to establish Varnashram. And then he started to explain that he said, Krishna consciousness, he said not that everybody will become a devotee. Those who won't become devotees, for them we need Varnashram. Engaging people according to their propensity, that is going to gradually bring them to the platform of devotional service. And then he explained that mass, the general population will act under the guna and karma. Like they have their inherent karmic reactions and they'll function accordingly in the modes. Those who are in the mode of goodness, those who are in the mode of passion, those who are in the mode of mixed mode of passion and ignorance, and those who are in ignorance. These are the four classes of people. 4 varnas. Those who won't become devotees, we need to structure them, and that's how the society will have its structure. And so this is how, in this way Srila Prabhupada gave so many wonderful instructions, and that's why the way people think of Varnashram in ISKCON is very different from my understanding of Varnashram. My understanding was Prabhupada was speaking of Varnashram, across the nation, like it's our whole world, like not just, a farm community with 25 families, making Varnashram system. Like that is not what's going to match Srila Prabhupada's achievement. What Srila Prabhupada achieved, to match that, we have to think of, or what will match is the whole world has become. Whole world is following Varnashram. Or at least, one country is following Varnashram. And Prabhupada, anyway, the king, Prabhupada pointed out that in democratic society you can't have Varnashram. Varnashram means, the kings are ruling the country. So, see, there is democracy, there is no room for Varnashram. So, in order to establish Varnashram, democracy has to go. And in a way, I saw that later on, like when Prabhupada went to meet Indira Gandhi, Prabhupada carried a proposal. And you know what the proposal was? The ministers are Brahmin. Only the Brahminical people are ministers. And Prabhupada pointed out that, and let Sanjay Gandhi become the king. Prabhupada, could not discuss with her. He took the notes. The notes were there, but because the day before that, Mujibur Rahman got assassinated. So Indira Gandhi was in a very disturbed mood, So she met him, but they couldn't have a discussion. So here we can see, Prabhupada was proposing, to establish monarchy. Okay, so that is what happened to me. And why? When or where? Why? I didn't ask. Because that's the name of Krishna. Generally, you become a servant of Krishna. And Shishir Gopinath is Gopinath who stole kheer for Madhavendra Puri in Remuna. So that shows that how the Lord is so kind to his devotees. His devotee wanted to have the taste of the kheer, means condensed milk, cooked milk, cooked down milk, kheer. But then Madhavendra Puri realized that even before the offering was made, he desired to have the kheer. So he felt so bad that he left the temple and went to the marketplace and slept there. Marketplace means in the villages in India, one area, they have kind of small, sheds where people come with the commodities during the day. Twice a week, actually, they come. And it's called Hat. So those places at night are completely empty. So Madhavendra Puri went there to take rest. In the meantime, the Pujari had a dream at night. Gopinath woke him up and told him that there is Madhavendra Puri, take a pot of sweet rice, not sweet rice, kheer, to give him. He said, all the kheers have been distributed. He said, no, I kept one aside. It's behind my cloth, behind my dhoti. So the Pujari took bath and went to the temple room, and he found that behind Gopinath's dhoti there is a pot of kheer. So he took the kheer and went and started to call out Madhavendra Puri and told him what happened. So because Gopinath stole kheer for Madhavendra Puri, therefore Gopinath is known as Kheer Chor Gopinath. Chor means thief. The one who stole kheer, that Gopinath.
Regarding the Varnashram, should we understand that, for example, the new devotees who are joining the movement and even our congregation, should we change them according to their capacity or quality?
They are devotees, when, as Prabhupada said, not that everyone will become devotees. Those who won't become devotees, for them we need Varnashram. But those who are becoming devotees, they are above Varnashram. Whether one is in congregation or temple, they are above Varnashram. But those who won't become devotees, now who will structure that? That's the point. So therefore we need a king. Brahmanas won't structure that. The king will structure that. He'll recognize the Brahmanas and he will, they will be treated with utmost respect. And those who will be traders, and those who will be the warriors, the Kshatriyas, those who are traders, the king will give them protection and they will pay tax, and the rest will be Sudras. Whereas in democratic structure, there is no room for that. Everyone is the boss. Who will decide the Varna? Somebody has to structure it. So that responsibility comes to the government. But in democracy, the government can't do that. Democracy is by the people, for the people, and so forth. But if there is a king, the king can decide. Okay, you're Vaishya, and he will provide opportunities for them. Like, okay, those who want to do trading, supply the need, they'll be Vaishyas. And the thing is, the king will give them the support and facility, and they have to pay tax to the king. And the Sudras, they'll be just working. And the scriptures actually is saying that, Prabhupada also elaborately explains that in his purport. He's describing Bhishma Dev's passing away. Bhishma Dev is instructing Yudhishthira Maharaj. Prabhupada elaborated that from Mahabharata, taking it from Mahabharata. Mahabharata is the thing more extensive. And that is saying about the Sudras The Shudras shouldn't have money. Shudras shouldn't get money. They should simply have their necessities fulfilled. And Prabhupada said that if the Shudras get money, then they'll use it in intoxication, women, and gambling. And that's what is happening. Because they are not intelligent enough. They don't know what to do, what not to do. Which means, if they have the facility, then they'll end up doing the wrong thing. Like today's world, you can see, like, what's happening. All the Shudras have so much money. And where they're spending the money? In casinos, in brothels, and in wine shops, bars. So, these are the three most, intoxication, illicit sex, and gambling. So he's saying that, and today you can see, the bigger the Shudra, more successful he is. Movie stars, they're Shudras, actors, actresses, entertainers. Entertainers, mean Shudras. And they have they're the most prominent people. Right? Then, athletes. They're like all these baseball players, football players, rugby players, they make so much money. And people are just, because they're Shudras, all they understand is entertainment. Their entertainment is, watching these kind of games or frivolous activities. Whereas a real Kshatriya, he won't get into frivolous activities. He'll get into the battlefield and fight. Not play with balls and bats, He'll fight, he'll play with swords and, spears and bows and arrows. And the Vaishyas, they're interested in making money, making profit. And they'll earn it. They'll go to one place, buy the things, or collect the things and bring it to the place where it's needed. Like, they'll run a lot of risk in doing that, and the king will give them protection, and that's why they will give the tax. So that is the real human society, Varnashram. But look at today's society. What is happening? Only Krishna is bringing some sanity in this society. Otherwise, there is no sanity in this society. Okay. Any question?
I don't know, it's very personal. I mean, you were cooking for Prabhupada. Did you learn all the cooking from him, or you already have previous training from somebody else?
Well, most of the things I learned from Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada used to tell me what he wanted to have. In the morning, I would ask Srila Prabhupada what he would like to have, and I would cook it. And he would tell me what to cook.